Hi guys, welcome back to the Anime Boxes special of the Godzilla 60th anniversary reviews. Now we are starting on our second SH Monster Arts review, which, by the way, if some of you do not know what Monster Arts is, SH Monster Arts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Bandai action figure art under the theme Pursuing Character Expression Through Monster Action. So I guess
yeah, monster action.
Yeah. And they really do mean it when it comes to that whole monster action thing. Today we're actually looking at the 1985's the Heisei series of Godzilla. This is from 1985's Godzilla vs. Destroyer, or Destroyer. Yes, this just a fun little quick fact. This is not, well, it is Godzilla, yes, but this is his son. Which, by the way, look at this box design. I mean,
oh yeah, I really like this box design with all the scratches and stuff. I think that's really cool.
It looks really damn awesome. All the
and
specs.
then here's the specs on the bottom.
Bluefin, Facebook, all that good stuff. 2 Q codes actually. I did not know.
Oh, how exciting! That's my favorite part of the whole thing.
This is another figure I got at the Comic-Con as well, and this one actually cost me about $56. Well, it was as much as the 60s, but
it's bigger.
A lot more bigger. And
the whole box in general is just like twice as heavy. Alright, pull it that way. Unsheath my sword.
Whoa, we unsheath something.
In the bottom.
Yep.
Oh! Oh yeah, you unsheath something.
And it begins.
Alright, so yeah, this just fell out of the bottom like this.
Yeah, so we'll look into that. And I like how, like, the one thing I look at when you unbox it is this giant piece of
randomly orange.
Reflective orange cardboard.
Yeah, can you see like my whole camera set up in the lighting? Yeah,
it's kind of a weird piece, but I will move that out of the way now. I guess you can use it for like background shots, which
yeah, I'm kind of surprised the bright color. I guess to match the orange logo.
They should have made it red. That'd look a lot more bitching, if anything.
Bitching.
And, yes, bitching.
Bitching. Alright, so here is the whole blue blah 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 blah.
And
it also has instructions on this one.
Yeah, kind of little instructions, but you know, exchangeable hands. And this is the first one that actually has a breath theme effect in our review.
Yay!
I wanted a blue one, but red still looks fucking cool too. It matches our table. Is that how Godzilla sounds when he does his big breath?
Yeah.
To get a little more informational on this Godzilla figure, this is from Godzilla vs. Destroyer when, spoiler alert if you have not seen any of the Godzilla films or are interested in them, this is when Godzilla...
He's so bad.
Yes, he is. His father dies, and all his spirit, rage, and energy transfers over to his son, Godzilla.
Wow, that's some Scientology shit right there.
Well, it's pretty Scientological when freaking knowing the fact that Godzilla is a walking nuclear reactor. I mean, there is a lot, if people don't know, there's like 3 80s versions of Godzilla out there right now. There's this one right here, which we call the Rebirth Godzilla. The original 1984 one, which is the very first SH Monster Arts.
Wow, these come off really easily.
Yeah, that was really easy. Let's hope he does not fall apart too much during this. This is the Burning Godzilla.
Your leg,
yeah.
Bro.
God, okay.
Alright, I think we need to get real for a second.
Yeah,
let's just get real.
A word of warning, if anyone is looking to get into this Godzilla figure, I've looked into other reviews from other reviewers of this particular one. The joints tend to be very loosey.
Poopy. Ugh. They're poopy. They're full of poop.
I would say loosey-goosey, but...
They're full of, like, you can, like...
Shapoopy.
You can shapoop. Okay, like, this crotch piece is very obviously a crotch piece.
It's a very obvious crotch piece with those thunder thighs of his.
Oh yeah, and like there's parts it's really easy to like see straight through. Let's see if you can. And I it so you can see, because like it's easy to like see straight through to the other side. I can't really get it right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I do not like the joints on this at all. And Josh tells me that this is one of their newer figures.
It was.
So I'm quite disappointed. Like I don't know, this just.
Yeah, that kind of.
This just doesn't fly with me.
Yeah, if you really want to get this figure, that is up to you. Maybe you might get a better one, maybe you might not. Maybe you might go through the same hell that we're about to go through right now. But, if you are a Godzilla collector in the SH Monster Arts line, this is definitely one of the ones to get, just for collection's sake. If you want to try getting those poses, you're really going to have a lot of patience. A lot of patience and a lot of time to truly mess with the joints. I mean, look, he's got a kangaroo pouch right now.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah.
Like, I can stick my whole finger in there.
Wow.
Oh god, that's so dirty.
Yeah, so on the series now when it comes to articulation, we truly do wish that the joints would have been utilized a lot more better on his articulation.
I just think they did it much better on the 64 one that we reviewed last week.
Yes, and it didn't look so, I mean, there was a lot of sectioning off of the figure, but
I don't know,
it seemed very well.
much better.
Yeah, it seemed very well with his body, especially like with especially with his back plates too. But other than the articulation hell that we're gonna go through, the details on the figure is like, what the fuck ever, dude?
You got a problem, bro?
You got a problem?
You wanna throw down?
I'm Godzilla, bitch. Besides the articulation hell that he has, I will definitely say on the detailing part, like from how he looks as Godzilla himself, he's spot on. Like, or at least the sun is. You got the whole panther-looking muzzle, which is some of the reason my friend calls that. When he looks at Godzilla's face, it looks like a panther, kind of like muzzle. You look at the face. I mean, obviously through the years, Godzilla's face changed, but he just looks more of a badass actually in this.
His face is pretty cool.
He has a lot more of a ferocity to him, especially.
Doesn't the tail pop off?
Yeah, the tail does pop off, so just be careful with this one. Once that Godzilla came out, they went back to roots of making him look like a scary, badass-looking motherfucker. And by God, is my just a tip again.
Why are you waving your tip in their faces?
It's Godzilla, man. Everybody loves Godzilla's tip.
This needs to stop, Josh. This needs to stop.
I know, I got problems.
One thing I didn't like though is that his tip is way long, and it doesn't have.
I thought it had a stop.
Like this joint stop here, and it's just this long freaking thing.
Does it go? No, it doesn't. Wow, that's actually kind of a shame. I was actually expecting.
So it's just like a big long turd.
Yeah, so I guess I can't do it
just a big long hard turd that doesn't bend at all.
But it does give some pretty damn good.
Yeah, his tail is pretty cool though. It's pretty long.
But no, the look and details of Godzilla himself here, from obviously the face to the skin texture once more, to this friggin' sharp ass claws, to those ridiculous thunder thighs and feet. Oh, the little. God, gotta get so used to that. If you're used to it, that's fine by me, but it's just.
Josh doesn't like change. He can't adjust.
I don't like change! No, but yeah, from all the detailing that you can get from, if you can get from his spines, like just looking at it from the back, it's beautifully, beautifully detailed. From the tip all the way to his freaking back, they really don't mess around with details. I think this is like, this is one thing I can never get over about SH Monster Arts, is how much detail they go into making these creatures, these monsters, whatever they have planned for the future, from Godzilla to like the Alien films and whatever else. They do a wonderful job in details. Just wish the articulation would be so much better on this one, especially since they had it right the first time, but I don't know. I don't have a first edition just yet. Yeah, there we go. See, when he's not moving around too much, he actually looks kind of like a badass, especially when he's coming down at you. And those eyes. I'm sorry, I gotta get it closer to this one. If it focus, there it is. Let's get that pale moon hand in there. There we go. Those eyes, those big scary ass yellows. I can't get over the details, including the little nub ear. Yeah, he's got little ears on him, if you can kind of see. Yeah, actually in this angle you should be able to see both of his little ears. So anyways, aside from those little distracting details, let's show off some of his, well, most of his accessories that he has on board. Which, yeah, I mean, in my case for this one, I wish it would have been blue, which I love the color blue of his atomic breath, but for this one, just for the film's sake, they gave us the red beam, which I actually just realized too. The hands, it's not really so much a difference with the hands, except they're just open. Because I guess, let me take your hand over here. Wow, Godzilla's not letting go. There we go. I hope I didn't break that, but that's really in there. Oh yeah, the only major difference is
just to compare.
Yeah.
These are just more open. This one that goes on the ground.
Yeah, that's like when you do a Kamehameha and it's just blowing up all over the ground right there.
This is pretty cool. I like this piece. So yeah, this is the part that goes on the ground. When
he's blasting his shit.
Yeah, we can do a pose with that later.
Yeah.
And then it actually comes with this, it's sort of like a Figma rod piece.
It's the rods for these, for this figure is actually for all the breath beam effects, because any of the breath beam effects that are within any of the SH Monster Art line, if you try putting it in the mouth of the figure, it's just gonna fall off. So
So
obviously,
yeah, it's actually like pretty much just like Figma.
yeah, except they may
Except
have
the tips are a little different.
sticking it. It looks kind of weird when I saw these, but when you actually get them on display, it's truly not that badly noticeable.
And then here's this. I don't like this piece as much. I think the other one looks cooler.
What, the blue one or
No, no, as opposed to this ground piece. I really like the ground piece.
Well,
And then
yeah.
this is, of course, his breath beam. Do you want to go ahead and set that up?
Yeah, like obviously it's kind of, it speaks to you obviously which end you put it into Godzilla. Good God, that sounded wrong. But on the pieces there's these little wedges, obviously for the mouth to grab onto. Jesus, this is turning. Ugh. Anyways, where's that little hole? I can't. Just. There's it's actually kind of hard to see the little hole, but I'll try and stick that in there and angle that front. Which, by the way, this is what it fully looks like. If you want to get that in there, let's see, try to just get his angle in there. Yeah, it doesn't stick in there.
It just kind of rests in there.
Yeah, it kind of, yeah. Like you kind of gotta angle both his head and the actual breath beam effect itself for it to look like a legitimate like attack pose.
Like that?
Yeah, it looks pretty badass, honestly, and I kind of wish I had buildings to destroy with this, because I mean, like, it's got this whole splatter effect right here when it's hitting something, but, you know, got really nothing. Oh, wait. What are you doing, Godzilla? No!
No! No!
Oh, my God. You're gonna try to get her in that... to go kind of conclude this figure's review a little bit, the figure looks awesome. The figure looks ferocious like the actual 80s Godzilla should be. And the pieces, it goes well, especially for the film that it represents. The only major con I have with this is the articulation.
It's really sloppily made. Like they were in a hurry and didn't really care.
That's the sad part. I mean, they did so well in the first one, but then I don't know what happened. But other than that, this figure is awesome, especially since it's my first 80s Godzilla, and now I have to go on a hunt for the other two. Especially for the first edition one, for that blue breath beam attack. Alright guys, for the next comment question, my question to you would be, what was the first ever Godzilla film that you've seen? For me, the first one that I've seen was Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. And it actually introduced, you know, this model of Godzilla here, the Heisei version. And then eventually I started going to my local public libraries and hunting down every single Godzilla films out there.
My first Godzilla film was 2014.
And did you at least like it?
Yeah, it was fun.
But yeah, let me hear your comments below, your little history of what introduced you to Godzilla, what was your first film, whatever little story you have. I'd like to hear it. I was like hearing a bunch of people's stories and not shutting up about Godzilla. I really never shut up about Godzilla.
You really never shut up about anything.
No.
To be fair.
And the worst part is, you're letting me run the reins here this time.
Yeah, this is Godzilla / Josh month.
Yeah, now, folks, you can hear me all the time.
Yeah. See, this is what I live with. This is just every time I hang out with Josh. This is this.
That's so much fun. Alright, guys, that's it for our second review for the 60th anniversary Godzilla month. If you want to see more reviews of the Godzilla figures and other such coolness, please feel free to subscribe to the channel and just check out our videos. We have a lot of fun with this.
We like to have fun here.
Oh,
we like
yeah.
to have fun.
Ooh, loads of fun. Until next time, guys, Anime Box out.
Bye, guys.
It matches our table. Is that how Godzilla sounds when he does his big breath?
Yeah.
Knowing the fact that Godzilla is a walking nuclear reactor.
Yeah, like I can stick my whole finger in there.